All right, everybody, welcome to our new film breakdown series, The Film Room. Today we're going to be taking a look at Klay Thompson using off-ball screens. This first couple clips we're going to look at is him straight cutting, which essentially is just him sprinting off the screen and getting to a shot. One of the first things you're going to notice about Klay is, one, he really does a good job at sprinting off his screens and using his speed to be able to create an advantage. But two, he almost always utilizes contact with his defender so he can get more of an advantage. So here we can see what I was talking about first, where he just, he stops and he's immediately sprinting off that screen to try to give himself an advantage. You'll see that on a lot of these clips as we go through here. You can see here, if we go back, he obviously gets to the sprint, but the slight contact he makes with the defender allows him to just get a little bit of an extra advantage as he sprints off the screen to be able to find his feet and knock it down. You can see again, if we go back and we take a look at that, we can see him making early contact, even though it looks like a little bit of a shove, just that way he can get CJ McCollum underneath that screen and open himself up a little bit more as he's chasing or running around those screens. Here again, just sprinting off of them. So a straight cut is obviously, when your defender usually gets screen, you can just set your feet and rise up. See again, just a little nudge, and he's tight to the screener. Defense goes under. We knock the shot down. Next one is where he curls it with a dribble. So this is where he usually kind of takes and immediately dribble downhill. He catches that ball like off a straight cut and then dribbles downhill. There, he kind of used it as a ball screen to be able to get his shot off. If we go back here again, we can see how good Klay is at running his defender into screens too. If you see here, he sets it up by the little jab, but he's running right into that screen, and again, he dribble curls, gets right to his spot. We typically are going to want to curl when the defense is trailing us, so we can see, like here's Reggie Bullock trailing Klay, so here he's going to catch that ball and immediately get downhill, and this essentially turns into a ball screen now, and he's able to just get to a spot and score. Again, defense is trailing, gets downhill, is able to score. Again, if you notice him just completely sprinting off these screens, if we go back, his pace on these is phenomenal. I'm going to have to go back even more. We can see just how hard this is to guard because, he's being chased, but he's at a full-on sprint too. I think that's another really big key to when you're using these off-ball screens. Now, this next one is where he curls on the catch. This is where he makes that read to curl right away. So here, defense is in a top block. And so he knows that the defense is going to stay right with him. So he uses that screen to his advantage and curls tight so he can get downhill and essentially have a one-on-one with the big. You can see here, again, making contact with the screener early. Defense is trailing him, and he curls right away and is able to get to the rim and finish. Again, we can see Klay's down in the bottom right corner. Curls it again. Chris Middleton's trailing. Is able to get to a spot. Again, whenever they're trailing, Klay is really, really good at reading these screens. Doing a great job of making the right read every single time. Again, like if you guys notice how they're just chasing him, they don't want him to get a three up. So it's that immediate curl. Then obviously shot fakes and makes a read after that. Now we have a fade. So a fade is usually used when the defense tries to jump the screen or they try to go under it and try to beat you to the top. So if we see here, this first clip's not great, but instead of being here, he's going to pop out and almost like a flare screen on this first clip and go away from the screen. This is a little better one. Again, you guys can see Nicholas Batum kind of jumps that screen here. They go to switch it. He thinks Klay's going to come out, so Klay just stops early into the corner. He kind of flips the direction of his screen here, and they're able to feed him the pass there. Again, another clip here. They're trying to go over that screen and beat him to the wing, so he's going to stop behind the screen and fade away as he sets his feet and knocks it down. Again, really good at reading these screens. They go over. He's just going to pop behind it and knock it down. Again, just amazing job reading those screens. I think the other thing, too, that we can look at here is his change of pace on these screens. You know, he's slow to fast, even setting up his screen. So he's walking into it, then boom, he makes his cut to be able to just throw that defender off and catch him off guard, and even just free himself up for an extra second to be able to open up. Now, these last two ones are a little bit more offsets. The hammer screen is usually just like a weak side. Some people consider it a flare screen, spur screen, but usually getting downhill, he's going to get screened to the corner here, sets his feet, and knocks it down. And we can see on this next clip too, similar situation. He's just going to end up getting screened to the corner. And he is able to attack a closeout and go finish. Now, this last one, you know, sometimes you make the wrong read or sometimes the defense recovers quickly, so being able to utilize a shot fake here, especially when you're as deadly of a shooter as Klay. He goes under, just a simple shot fake, resets his feet, and knocks it down. Everybody's going to be chasing Klay off the line, so utilizing the shot fake is going to be huge. Again, defense trails him, uses that shot fake, and you take advantage of the defense's momentum. Shot fake again. Again, another really good clip for teaching how Klay sets this screen up. You can see here he's making contact already, and then he sprints off that screen, forces his defender to go under the screen and chase him around, which allows him to utilize that shot fake. And we can watch that one last time. I'd like to thank everybody for watching today. If you guys enjoyed this, make sure to subscribe or follow our social medias at Game Prep Academy. The plan is to be putting out 1 or 2 film breakdowns a week moving forward, and we're excited to help you guys teach the game.